Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about how to install Tynker in Visual Studio Code on Windows 11. If you do not have Visual Studio Code installed yet on your PC, click the video in the top right hand corner of your screen now or in the description down below to quickly install Visual Studio Code on Windows 11. Let's get right into this tutorial. Let's begin by opening up Visual Studio Code by heading to our search feature and searching for Visual Studio Code. Now, let's go on our desktop and create a brand new folder that we'll use for our Tynker project. So I'm just going to call it such. Now, inside Visual Studio Code, let's open up our Tynker project. Now, we need a Python file to import Tynker into, right? So let's create a new file through this button here and name it main.py. The py indicating that we are creating a Python file. Let's go up to View and open up our terminal window. As you can see, we are indeed inside our newly created folder on our desktop based on this directory here. So, when importing libraries to Python, we should create what are called Python virtual environments. To accomplish this, let's head down to our terminal and type py-3.11 or whatever version of Python you are using, -m venv study session. However, you can replace study session with whatever you wish to call your virtual environment though. Now, if we go back to our File Explorer on Visual Studio Code, you can see our virtual environment is now here. Also, make sure that you are using your correct interpreter after creating your Python virtual environment, like so. So, let's activate our virtual environment so that our terminal knows we only want to work within that environment. So, we need to call this activate file here through our terminal that was created with our virtual environment. So to get there from our Tynker folder, we enter study session, or whatever your virtual environment was named, scripts, and then activate. Be sure that you are using // when moving between folders. Now, as you can see, we are working within our virtual environment because of this parenthesis name here on the left of our terminal line. Now, Tynker is actually a part of the standard Python library. Therefore, there's nothing we need to do other than import it to our main Python file, which we can do by typing import Tynker. Then, to validate that Tynker is working within our virtual environment, let's type the following bit of sample code that should just create a small pop-up window. And as you can see, it does. Therefore, we have now created an isolated environment where you can begin coding in Tynker through Visual Studio Code on Windows 11. I hope that this video helped you get started with Tynker in Visual Studio Code on Windows 11. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, or consider checking out our YouTube memberships by clicking that join button down below. However, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns about the information I provided in this video, please leave a comment down below and I will do my best to address your concerns.